There's some new rumors going around regarding the Judgment Day, so we'll see what's new there. We'll also check out what's going on with the Street Profits, Rhea Ripley, and much more. Let's start things off with the Judgment Day because a big direction everyone was expecting them to go in may no longer be the case. And this is in regards to JD McDonagh and adding him to the group. So, for well over a month now, the popular rumor has been that JD was being looked at to possibly being the Judgment Day's first new member since Dominic Mysterio joined back in late 2022. And we've been talking for weeks about how it was a perfect fit, how he does have the long history with Finn Balor, and how it would be the perfect platform to elevate himself with on Raw. There's even been several teasers of them possibly going in this direction with Finn Balor in the background of JD's interview. Finn and JD even talking backstage, and more little hints. And with the rumors already being in place that JD was allegedly on his way of joining the Judgment Day, and now seeing these little teasing segments, it made fans run wild with speculation and feeling like JD to the Judgment Day was already confirmed. Well, after Finn and JD were shown having that conversation backstage on Raw, JD ran over to Twitter to tell everyone to relax, that it wasn't anything about joining the group and how they were simply catching up. And well, now, an interesting report recently came out that appears to be changing the narrative about JD being on his way to the Judgment Day. The new report claims that JD isn't exactly joining the group, and how he'll be used in a separate way. So if the report is true, it does make things interesting and sounds like it could be going in another direction. Maybe JD won't specifically be joining the Judgment Day, but maybe he'll still have a significant role surrounding Finn Balor and the Judgment Day. Because WWE definitely showed the audience those two segments of Finn lurking in the background of JD's interview. And then they showed their conversation a few weeks later. So those little moments right there can't be for no reason. There'll have to be some payoff for those backstage teases between Finn and JD. Maybe the payoff isn't JD joining the faction, but maybe there's a strong chance that it could be something else. Seeing that Finn was recruiting JD, keeping an eye on him and talking to him, is it possible that JD will come into play in the near future as an extra insurance policy for Finn Balor? If things go wrong and Finn takes a beating from Seth Rollins, or maybe even Damian Priest and the Judgment Day slowly turn their backs on Finn, could it be JD that steps up to help defend his old mentor, Finn Balor, against the Judgment Day, Seth Rollins, or any other threat? That's an interesting direction to go in. Maybe the story was that Finn was trying to bring JD into the Judgment Day, but the other members weren't buying it, and that caused even more of a divide amongst the group. We already know that Finn and Damian are having some issues with each other due to the recent events of feuding with Seth Rollins. So if Finn did come up to them with the idea of adding JD, maybe Damian brushed it off and rejected it, due to the tensions being so high right now. Things are heating up right now because there's just so many possible directions to head in. When JD was being brought into the Judgment Day world, the easiest guess was that he would be joining the group. But now, due to this report and he's not joining the group, that's what's making everyone wonder if it could instead be Finn and JD teaming up to go against the Judgment Day. So it's definitely something to keep a close eye on. JD had been lurking around the Judgment Day story for several weeks now, but it's apparently not paying off with him joining the group. So we can expect some twists and turns to possibly take place there for everyone involved. Speaking of the Judgment Day, let's specifically dive back into more topics related to the World Women's Champion Rhea Ripley. Rhea is only a few weeks away from surpassing 100 days as champion, and there's a lot of big rumors going around for the future of her title reign. Her most recent match was supposed to be a rematch with Natalya on the June 19th edition of Raw. But Rhea Ripley destroyed Natalya again and there was no contest. But the very interesting part is what happened moments later. Raquel Rodriguez was being interviewed by Kathy Kelly, and Raquel said that what Rhea just did to Natalya was not okay at all. That's when Rhea Ripley just happened to be walking right past and asked Raquel to repeat herself. And Raquel told Rhea that she better hope she doesn't win at Money in the Bank because she wouldn't be ready for her. So talk about hinting and foreshadowing. Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez may be a really big program that they turn to later on this year, or maybe deep into the future. And we can't forget that even right after WrestleMania 39, WWE even teased an idea and hinted at Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley. So, with so many hints and teases for future feuds, this has everyone believing that Rhea Ripley's current title reign will be a quite lengthy one. Long title reigns have definitely become a trendy thing in WWE in recent years. We have seen the Usos, Roman Reigns, Gunther, and Bianca Belair all have massively long title reigns. So maybe the theme of long title reigns can definitely continue with Rhea Ripley. And as some other fans noted, outside of Raquel and a few select others, the Raw women's division doesn't really have anyone that's believable enough to dethrone Rhea Ripley. So that's another reason that the fans believe that the World Women's title will be on Rhea for the long haul. Which isn't a bad thing at all, because Rhea's at the top of her game, and it's basically a new championship as well. So you don't want to take a new title into the hot potato route right away, so it'll be nice to have Rhea have a long title reign and truly establish the title in the women's division. There's even rumors that her title reign may go past WrestleMania 40, and if that turns out to be true, then Rhea would be looking at a near 400-day title reign, which is pretty impressive and amazing. The Street Profits and their potential breakup is something that the fans have been discussing and speculating about for years now, but the split never takes place. The latest Street Profit rumor that we covered was the big rumor that a heel turn could be potentially coming up in 2023 for the longtime tag team partners. But Angelo Dawkins recently spoke with the Masked Men show for The Ringer, and he talked about the speculation of the Street Profits splitting up versus what they actually want to happen. He had this to say about the topic, quote, "I think everybody is just fantastic with everybody breaking up. It happens everywhere. It happens in basketball, football, baseball, sports in general. Music groups start as groups, and then they break off, and you have that one dude who ascends. For us, we're trying to do what the New Day did. I think we can have each other's back, and then we have our side missions, going out there and putting on shows by ourselves. Even though we get tired and get winded, I like to tag out and catch my breath. I think we're good staying together and have each other's back and showing that we can still go for the same goals, whether we have a singles goal or as a tag team," end quote. So Dawkins brings up a really good point. Everyone does get intrigued with drama and breakups, no matter if it's music, sports, or anything else. But what he said is true. The Street Profits could have their single success and still be united as a team. Like he said, the New Day is a perfect example of that type of unity. Kofi Kingston won the WWE title, Big E won the WWE title, Xavier Woods won the King of the Ring, and at no time did any of that single success break them apart. They were still united as a team, even while they were winning that WWE title and doing other things. So Angelo Dawkins wants a future like that for the Street Profits. Something where they could be winning world titles and still be on good terms with each other. And hopefully we do see something like that, because it would be a big fresh switch up from the traditional breakup route. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.